What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kariri, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be just, getting ready for the night. It's about 10 p.m. right now, and I'm just gonna put on a face mask, just kind of soothe out my day, because today was just horrible. Body-wise, physical-wise, yeah, I've just been feeling sick lately. I might have the stomach flu, but I'm hoping that's not what it is. Hopefully just, a little bug that will just pass just quick. So we're just gonna go ahead, clean my face, and just kind of, talk. That's about it. That's all I have. So what I'm gonna do right now is wash my face with my little deep action exfoliating scrub. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to clean my face with an exfoliator before putting on a face mask. I'm not a professional, but that's what I've been doing every time I do a face mask. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Wipe the stress out of my face. WAP, WAP. Okay, WAP. What is that? But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. There's some stuff coming up that I haven't talked to really much people about, but stuff I want to announce on YouTube soon. It's nothing bad. It's nothing to be concerned or worried about, but it is big news that I want to share with everybody. And life-changing stuff. Life-changing stuff, for sure. Okay, so I've been scrubbing in for a little while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wash it off. Okay, that was really scary. I don't know if you guys got that, but that was actually really scary. We're just gonna ignore the wind because that was kind of scary. I could finally go in with my face mask, and I've actually really liked this face mask. It's called the Spascriptions Natural Charcoal Powder. And this is how it looks like. See? I don't get a lot of it. I just get one little pump. And I just go in. I know you should put, you're really supposed to go in with a brush or something that'll help you get it all more. But I just go with my hand. If you guys know of any fundraisers, let me know. I do need help fundraising for something. So if you guys know any good fundraiser ideas, please help a homie out, because I need to get started on that stuff soon. This mask helps me de-stress. I don't know if that's what it's meant for or what. Every time I put a face mask on, I just feel so de-stressed, so relaxed. Alright, now that I got the face mask on, let's go do some Bible studying. So I have my face mask on. I'm going to do this for about 15 minutes. Or actually, it's less than 15 minutes. About 10 minutes now. I spent 5 minutes trying to set this all up. So we're going to get into it now. I've been really plugging into the Gospel of John. And right now, I'm starting John chapter 5, I believe. I just went over John chapter 4 last night. And actually really heavy stuff that I got from it. Like a verse that really spoke to me when I was studying was John chapter 4, verse 34. It was John 4:34. And it reads "My food," says Jesus, "is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work." And one of the first things that came to mind when I read this verse was the UTC. Now, for some of you who don't know what the UTC is the Urban Training Center for my ministry, Victory Outreach. And what the Urban Training Center is kind of like a Bible college, kind of like a Bible training program. We have 5 training centers, and that's West Coast in Los Angeles, East Coast is Chicago, South Africa, Mexico, and Panama. I was called to go to the UTC about 2 years ago. That's when God spoke to me, told me that, I meant to go to the UTC. And the one that, tugged at my heart was the South Africa Urban Training Center. And I had planned to go initially 2 years ago, but things didn't turn out. I wasn't ready. I fell back into the world, and it was just a huge mess. But of course, coming back into church, God spoke to me. He told me, hey, this was your calling. Just because you ran away from it for a while doesn't mean it left you. I don't want to reveal too much about what I have planned yet, to the world and to you guys, but yeah, I just want to say I was called to the Urban Training Center, and just verses that I come across like this one, it's like a switch. It just reminds me that, hey, you're gonna go to the Urban Training Center soon, eventually, so just get prepared for that. And that's what I've been doing, getting to my word, going to church, but really getting plugged in with my ministry, fellowshipping, getting to know more people. and just evangelizing. Like, the more I evangelize, the more, I get excited about what's to come for me, just to bring more growth, not just in numbers, but in faith for my ministry. And I'm just excited for what's to come. But yeah, that's a little bit of what it is. John 4:34, my food, says Jesus, is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. And just to go over that, I wrote in my notes, Jesus was sent to speak the gospel and do the works of the Father. Like him, his disciples, me, must begin to reap the ripe harvest. As in, spread the gospel and gather more souls to know the light. And the light is Jesus. The light is coming across and transforming yourself completely to a new life that we had never imagined before. Because I know, like myself, others who I've met in the church have never thought they'd be where we are today, clean, just in the light, and kind of happy. But yeah, I really liked the story of the Samaritan woman. That was a good one, because she went into her people and kind of testified about what she experienced with Jesus and told them about it. And they were like, they got curious, they got curious and want to know for themselves. So they're like, hey, let's go to this man you say prophesied your life, and let's go see for ourselves. So they got curious. They went. Jesus spent 2 days with them where he spoke to them about what he knew, and that's when they became believers. So that kind of made me think, we as messengers, as disciples, can't just stick around saying nothing. We have to go out there and share the good news that we've come across ourselves. And that's the prayer that I say a lot, that Lord, just help me not be selfish with the gift you've given me, but go share with others that need to be reached and need to know about you. I understand there's some people who don't bother listening or don't want to hear it, but there's also those people who are just maybe waiting to hear it and they don't know about it yet. Because for me, I didn't think I'd be so involved as I am today until I got involved, until I began to get curious, until I just got so desperate to get out of the darkness and just find my own light. And now that I've gotten the light, I want to share with others so others could be believers, others could find their hope and their calling. And it's a great thing. I don't want to smother anyone with it. It's not that kind of thing. But the more I'm quiet about it, the more damage that is happening. I could be that part to prevent some darkness in this world, some darkness. So that's why I want to go to the Urban Training Center and just get equipped and just be close to being a missionary, just reaching out to others. So there's that for the Bible studies. And I've really been writing in my Bible, and I kind of color code the verses depending on the subjects. Pink, whatever is in pink, I highlight more about love stuff and about the heart. And everything is in yellow is more about being the light, being that speaker. Orange is more of growth and the earth and the signs. And blue is just so blue is more the family, the water. This is my new journal that Lena Ha gave me for my Bible study, my personal Bible study time. I have other notebooks I use for church notes, for the preachings that I learned there, for preaching and teachings at church. But this is the one that was gifted to me from Lena Ha, one of my best friends from high school. And I've been using it. Lena. I've been using it. I'm really neat. I'm really I have a vision of my notes, so that's how I write it. I have the chapters, bulletins, chapter name bullets, then I have hyphens, and when I do my Bible study notes, I do summaries of what that chapter is talking about. So it'll get my mind to memorize it easily that way, or else I would never memorize it. And what I want to do is memorize the Bible, just memorize what happened, memorize what chapter, even what a verse it says, and really just dig in and get the better understanding of what's talking about. Because some of this stuff, his parables, could be so what does he mean by that? And even in some verses, the disciples are Jesus, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Can you be more straightforward with your parables? So then he'll say the parable, and then he'll get into more depth. And that's what I write about, like his parables. I want to learn in depth more. I want to study what he's saying more, like what's the real meaning behind of, his parables. So I even like go on the internet and like look up, what does he mean, like the parable of the gold. I've actually gotten my Bible, the one I have now. It's all red, and I got it at Lifeway Christian Store here in Bakersfield by the Valley Plaza Mall. But my favorite color is red, and I just got it because it looks so pretty, and it's like so me, so I was like, yes, I'll get it. But yeah, that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. That's what I learned in John chapter 4 so far, just the story of the Samaritan woman, testifying what she experienced with Jesus and helping others lead to believing in him. And that kind of spoke to me. I think it's time for me to wash up my face. It's been I'm pretty sure it's been like 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my face off. But thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to go ahead and get started on John chapter 5. And we'll see what I learned tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Since you're already here, please go ahead and subscribe so you get more videos of Face Masks with Kariri. So go ahead and like this video. And last but not least, may the force be with you. Bye!